Breaking news in the murder of a Southern California man found bound, gagged, and stabbed to death in his Studio City apartment. Now, a major break in the case. It's our top story this Friday, September 3rd, today in L.A. Good morning. It's 5:30 a.m. I'm Kent Schockneck.
And I'm Tracy Savage in for Kathy Barra. Also this morning, part of a 737's landing gear left behind after a jetliner takes off from Burbank Airport. Then pilots have to make an emergency landing at another Southland airport.
And Los Angeles International Airport. Here's the view live. You're looking at it this morning. Not too crowded right now, but thousands will head out of here later on today. This is a getaway day for the three-day Labor Day weekend.
And taking a live look again at LAX, all this morning's news, weather, your money, sports, and traffic start right now.
Live from NBC4, the station working for you. Kent Schockneck, Kathy Barra, Christopher Nance AccuWeather, and Paul Johnson Metro Traffic. This is Today in LA, Southern California's #1 morning news.
Well, you just heard it all. We are heading into the Labor Day holiday weekend, the last big vacation of summer. We're sending things out with a bang.
Absolutely. Going to be absolutely perfect this weekend, Christopher.
Cooler than normal, but we like it.
Sure.
It's going to be good. Let's go outside and let me show you what's going on. Around Southern California, you can see at the beach, 73, 69 for Catalina. We're looking at Santa Barbara at 76 degrees, Hollywood 76, San Fernando 76. Seeing very comfortable temperatures all around the Southland. No 90s or 100s to talk about unless you go to places like Palm Springs. You saw Rancho Cucamonga at 76. Palm Springs hit 91 yesterday. That was the lowest high they have had since 1967. Yes, indeed. It is cool around the Southland. Looking at our 5-day, you see, we do start warming up for the weekend. That's the way you like it. Be back in a little while with the rest of the weather. It says Thursday instead of Friday. Maybe the computer just doesn't want the weekend to come. See you soon.
It's always nice to know what is past and what's coming.
Exactly.
Thanks very much.
All right, thank you. And topping our news at 5:30, breaking news right now. LA police arrest a suspect in a brutal local murder. A Studio City man found tied up, gagged, and stabbed to death in his apartment. And now a suspect has just been taken into custody. Kimberly Plummer is live at the LAPD station in North Hollywood. Kimberly, police make a quick arrest in this one.
Very quick. It seems just less than 24 hours after they found out about it, Tracy. Now, this is a murder that baffled Studio City residents along Arch Drive. The man who was killed, his apartment was ransacked, but there was no signs of any forced entry. Well, now this morning, Los Angeles police have arrested a suspect in this murder case. That murder suspect is being held here at the North Hollywood station. The murder victim is 40-year-old Mitchell Stanman, whose body was discovered Thursday by his maid.
Officers assigned to North Hollywood area and the Rampart area of the Los Angeles Police Department responded to a location in the Rampart area where they detained one male and also took into custody the outstanding vehicle from the homicide on Arch Street.
Now, that was Stanman's 99 silver Porsche Boxster convertible. The stolen vehicle has been recovered. It's impounded and being held for evidence right now. While detectives are currently interviewing the suspect, the name of the suspect has not yet been released to the media. However, police are telling Channel 4 News that the victim and the suspect knew each other. So that's the latest. Reporting live here on this breaking story in North Hollywood, I'm Kimberly Plummer. Back to you, Tracy and Kent.
Kimberly, thanks. As soon as you get additional details, we know that you'll be checking back with us, so we'll be looking in with you. Now, passengers trying to get an early start on the Labor Day weekend. 2 different airline flights. Scary stories to show this morning. First, a Southwest Airlines 737 jetliner lost a wheel as it took off from Burbank Airport. That wheel crashing into this cart. 127 passengers and a crew of 5 on board the Sacramento-bound plane. The pilot kept the 737 in the air for about 90 minutes to burn off fuel, then brought the plane in right here safely to the Ontario airport. No one on board was hurt. It was a good landing. However, 17 people were hurt, 2 of them seriously, when a United Airlines flight from LAX to San Francisco hit unexpected turbulence over Santa Barbara on the flight up the coast. Most of the injured suffered just bumps and bruises, but witnesses say people were thrown about the cabin, with some slamming into the ceiling as the plane quickly dropped. A flight attendant may have broken an arm. The jetliner did continue on to San Francisco and made a safe landing.
Kent, we have some good news to report this morning on that willow fire burning near Lake Arrowhead. Firefighters now tell us that fire is about 50% contained. Dozens of homes were lost in that fire, and while the worst may be over for firefighters, angry residents who lost their homes are demanding answers. They claim firefighters just stood by idle and watched as their homes burned. Officials say they did the best they could to save communities in the fire-ravaged area. The fire burned more than 60,000 acres.
The time is just turning 5:35 right now. There's encouraging news this morning about a local cab driver shot in the chest in a mysterious attack. This morning he is in fair condition and is expected to survive. Now, we brought you this story live all yesterday morning on Today in LA as it unfolded. And now this morning, police believe the driver was shot during an attempted robbery. 61-year-old Reynaldo Leon is recovering here at County USC Medical Center with wounds to his heart, kidney, and lung. The suspect is still missing. He's described as a Hispanic man in his early 20s, 5'10" to 6 feet, shaved head, wearing a gold chain.
Well, we have some really welcome news this morning, just in time for the holiday weekend. Huntington Beach reopens. It is a sight for sore eyes among beachgoers and surfers and local merchants, too. This morning, people are returning to a large area of the coastline for the first time in weeks. A bacterial scare forced officials to shut down a 4-mile stretch of beach, but now most of Huntington is back. County health investigators say there has been a dramatic improvement, that the water is safe to swim in, but they still don't know what the source of that contamination was in the first place.
Well, it is certainly a get out of town Friday today. Tracy's just pointing that out. Southern Californians heading out this morning for the long Labor Day holiday weekend. Some 225,000 travelers are expected at Los Angeles International Airport today. And on local freeways, 2.6 million Southern Californians hitting the road. Let's take a look. The Highway Patrol is offering drivers these tips today. Always check out your car, the fluids, the belts, the tires before you head out. Get plenty of rest before you leave, before you travel, and also take a 15-minute break every 2 hours of driving. Anticipate congestion and relax. It's just a vacation. You're just on a drive. And, of course, never drink and drive.
And now some other stories we are following for you today in LA. Sentencing is scheduled in Santa Ana this morning for James Crummell. He has been convicted of molesting a teenage boy who had been in an Orange County home for troubled youngsters. Crummell could face as many as 260 years in prison.
The defense is expected to wrap up its case today in the trial of NFL legend Jim Brown. Brown is charged with threatening his wife and destroying her car during a marital spat. Brown and his wife are denying the charges. Yesterday, prosecutors claim Monique Brown suffers from battered wife syndrome.
Some workers for Alaska Airlines are staging a picket line and rally this morning at LAX. They're protesting stalled negotiations between the Machinists Union and Alaska Airlines management. They have been without a contract since May.
Some fun pictures to show you right here. A couple of boisterous black bears waking up this morning in a brand new home. They are Ashby and Quercus, who had so much fun in their last house at the Los Angeles Zoo that they tore the place apart. So the zoo redid the area for the pair of bears, and this one is bigger. More importantly, perhaps it's stronger. It has more to keep the rambunctious bears busy, including sort of a hot tub and a little field around which you can walk and maybe chew on some grass reeds.
How lovely. And now from a rambunctious set of bears to a rambunctious weatherman.
Good to see you, Southlanders. I'm ready for the weekend. Are you ready for the long weekend? Oh, it's going to be wonderful. Open up the AccuWeather window. Look at that. Venice Beach looking good. Numbers, please. Downtown Los Angeles, 61 going for 76. Going for 80 in Chino. Rialto should hit 81. Smoky there right now. Let me show you what's going on. The maps are in motion. You can see the 5-day forecast showing that it gradually warms up towards the weekend and 82 degrees on Labor Day. Oh, there's Dennis causing problems. Dennis is still the menace for the eastern seaboard. That monsoonal flow, not a problem for us. Moving up into the Four Corner states, the highs for today around the country and the lows for tonight. It gets a little chilly, especially in Northern California. Those are the numbers. Very nice temperatures. Hey, Avalon, you're going to have a high of 70 today. You're looking at Huntington Beach at 73 degrees, 70 for San Diego. Here's a must-do on your list. Not for this Labor Day, though. No drinking, no driving. But when you get back from vacation, there'll be a wine tasting waiting for you on Saturday, September 18th over in Avalon. That's the number to call. Be back in a little while with more AccuWeather.
Christopher, thanks very much. As everybody's packing up the car, trying to make the most of the weekend, a couple of notes. If you're going to Los Angeles International Airport today, use lots B and C, Paul. They're the ones that still have room, and that's always important when you're trying to park for a flight.
Yeah, that's the lot I always go to, but I'm not going anywhere. Good morning, everyone. Let's look downtown. Jam Cam, northbound harbor. That is the southbound harbor. Oh, that's looking good this morning. Little trouble on the 105. Century Freeway westbound. This is just before Paramount Boulevard. We have a 3-vehicle accident there. It's on the right shoulder. Little spectator slowdown. Down on the 91 freeway westbound before Lakewood had an earlier problem. That has now been completely cleared as well. And the Antelope Valley Freeway, southbound, right at Avenue G, vehicle fire, everything off onto the right shoulder, but always a little spectator slowdown. Buckle that seatbelt. Be careful out there this weekend. Back to Kent and Tracy.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Interested in buying a new home? Well, we will show you how you can tour homes for sale on the internet coming up.
Plus, how would you like to play world chess champion Garry Kasparov? We're going to show you this morning how you can, if you're feeling especially lucky. The story just ahead. This is Today in LA. The time is 5:40.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for hammer waves of rain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
With AT&T Digital One Rate, this isn't just any phone. It's my Hey Rob, how's the powder in Utah phone. My I'll take red, no make that teal phone. My how are you doing in college phone. My can you deliver the piano on Tuesday phone. My Casey scored a gold phone.
The world of wireless has changed. AT&T Digital One Rate. No roaming or long distance charges across all 50 states. And with rates so low, AT&T could make your wireless phone your only phone.
Don't just stir my emotions, steal my heart. There's a cruise line that can do that. Celebrity.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone.
Celebrity Cruises.
I can show you a big bump, but I don't want to get out of snack when we come back. I feel close to you because I've already seen you when you're eating here, buddy. You rock. You are adorable. The buzz on this show, honey, very, very high. You have a very cute, I don't want to see you in that shirt again. It's a pretty big accomplishment for a little kid.
Today at 5 on the Channel 4 News, preventing wildfires. You've seen the devastation they've caused right here in Southern California. Now see the high-tech answer scientists are hoping could help identify potential trouble spots before they ignite. Today at 5 on the Channel 4 News.
Welcome back as we take a look across the city lights. The time 5:42. We are 12 minutes into Today in LA. Starting next week, we will be 42 minutes into this program. We are expanding once again, going to 2 full hours. We'll begin at 5 a.m. the day after Labor Day. We're looking forward to it. We hope if you're an early riser, which obviously you are, you'll be able to join us. We'll bring you all the latest traffic so you can get out the road and tell you whether or not you need to take a sweater when you head off in the morning. And that's the sort of thing we're going to be doing.
And welcome back, everyone. We have some breaking news to tell you about. 7 people are dead this morning after a small plane crashed in West Palm Beach, Florida. The plane was a hospital ambulance plane, a twin-engine Beechcraft traveling from Michigan to Boca Raton. The plane apparently hit the roof of a mall building. The pilot had reported problems moments before the crash. Information on the victims has not yet been released.
This picture is frightening. They have just come into us from overnight, obviously. False alarms cost police agencies money and also make your neighbors angry. Now, one local city is taking action, sending violators back to school. Police in Oxnard say false alarms cost them $400,000 last year alone. Now violators are being sent to alarm school. It's a variation of traffic school. One man, for example, faced the choice of huge fines or alarm school, and so now he is among the 50 new graduates of the alarm school course there in Oxnard.
It is being described as the most exciting game of chess in history, and you can participate. That's what world chess champion Garry Kasparov is saying about his internet battle against hundreds of thousands of chess enthusiasts. The game has gone on now for 3 months. Here's how it works. Kasparov makes his move, and then all the other players, monitored by 4 chess experts, vote on their team's countermove. After 37 moves, neither side has a clear advantage. You can join the action by going to msn.com games page.
And if you missed that, give us a call here at the station. Chess by committee. I don't think they stand a chance against Kasparov.
Probably not.
There's a brand new show with some familiar faces coming to NBC's daytime lineup. We're going to give you your first ever preview coming up.
Plus, how you can tour some very nice homes without ever leaving your own home. We'll have those details just ahead.
In a little while, we will bring you Your Money live from Wall Street. Important news this morning on the economy just out in the last couple of minutes. Plus, we're right back with this morning's top stories, the drive and weather. The time right now on Today in LA, 5:45.
It's the Labor Day celebration at Home Base, where you'll find base buys throughout the store. For instance, DuPont Stainmaster Special Order carpets are 15% off the everyday low price. The Home Base Labor Day celebration happens only once a year, so hurry in today. Go to the base. Home Base.
Let's compare notes, California. The 1999 Isuzu Rodeo has more horsepower than Ford Explorer. Rodeo has higher payload capacity than Ford Explorer. Rodeo has 14,000 miles more warranty than Explorer. All these standard features, and Isuzu Rodeo costs nearly $2,500 less than Ford Explorer. Once again, Isuzu Rodeo goes where the competition doesn't. It goes farther. See your Southern California Isuzu dealer. Go farther. Go, California.
Now through Labor Day, it's Mattress Discounter's incredible free box spring sale. Buy the mattress and get the box spring for nothing. Nada. Zero. That's right. Absolutely free. This offer even includes selected top quality Sealy Posturepedic mattress sets. Plus see our back to school doorbuster specials. Only Mattress Discounter's, the nation's largest mattress retailer, could bring you a sale this big.
Have a good night's sleep on us. Mattress Discounters.
It's the Labor Day celebration at Home Base, where you'll find base buys throughout the store. This Galleria ceiling fan, usually $24.99, is now just $19.99. The Home Base Labor Day celebration happens only once a year, so hurry in today. Go to the base. Home Base.
And the time right now is 5:46. Top stories on today in L.A. L.A. police have arrested a suspect in the murder of a Studio City man. Mitchell Stanman was found tied up, gagged, and stabbed to death in his apartment. Police also have recovered the victim's new Porsche Boxster.
A terrifying flight for passengers on board this Southwest Airlines 737. Their jetliner lost a tire just after takeoff from Burbank. But after burning up fuel, the plane made a safe landing in Ontario. No one on board was hurt.
Probably don't need to tell you this. Southern California highways and airports will be jammed today as travelers hit the road for the last holiday weekend of the summer season. Remember, if you are flying, leave plenty of time to get to the airport. And if you're hitting the highway, the CHP reminds you, of course, obey the speed limit and always keep your seatbelt on.
Live picture from LAX, already looking pretty crowded there this morning. A big embarrassment today for the people who head up President Clinton's Legal Defense Fund. This morning, the organization's director is apologizing to the father of Monica Lewinsky, the ex-White House intern, who somehow received a letter asking for a donation. The letter asked Dr. Bernard Lewinsky to help out with the president's $10.5 million legal bill. Lewinsky says he mailed the request back and wrote on the envelope, and this is a quote now, "Return to sender. You must be morons to send me this letter."
He was pretty puzzled because this is the third appeal he's gotten from the Clintons in the last few months.
What did he do with Thomas? How does something like this happen?
Dr. Lewinsky apparently, as he says, has received other similar donation requests in the past, but he decided this one needed to be sent back.
Hopefully they got the point. If you are looking to buy a new home, we've got a way for you to take the grand tour without leaving your own home. Doug Kriegel has the story.
This mansion high in the Hollywood Hills, owned by singer Eddie Fisher, cost $10 million to build, and it just went on the market. It's up for sale. The house itself has some lovely features, lots of light and lush amenities. Fisher would like potential buyers from all over the world to tour this property. But if you can't actually visit Eddie Fisher's home, there's now a brand new alternative. It's called cyber real estate. You can now take a virtual tour of the mansion on this website, luxuryhomes.com. In fact, this site takes you into some of the most expensive houses up for sale in the world, and you never have to leave your laptop.
And you're moving around the property at the speed that you want to see it, and also that you can zoom in. You can go up and look at something a little bit more closely, and then zoom back and get the big picture feel.
This kind of cyber tour allows you to walk throughout the home for sale and examine details from thousands of miles away. Some people selling mansions don't want a lot of actual visitors to the property for security reasons. This virtual tour solves that.
You eliminate almost all of the traffic that comes through a property by doing it this way. When someone comes to this house, they know that they're ready to buy.
Doug Kriegel, Today in LA.
Nice house. Does the soup can come with it? You know, also, if you do it that way, you don't have to be part of that conga line going through the neighborhoods.
Exactly. And
caravan.
hey, listen, you don't have to worry about people looking in your, bathroom closets. And
Christopher, you've got the weather. You're looking for the weekend. Lots of people use the weekends to go out and see what's new in the housing market.
There will be a lot of that because it's the perfect weather for it. It is time to wake up, Southern California. Outside we go. This is the way it looks right now. LAX, you see. No delays, but you know it is going to be a busy, busy airport today. Big travel day. Let's move on. This is what's going on. Seal Beach, you're going for a high of 73. Looking at Santa Barbara at 76. Torrance, you're going to be in the 70s. San Fernando, 76. It is cool, but it is nice. Yorba Linda at 80 degrees for a high today. Looking at Rancho Cucamonga at 76. Idlewild, 76 as well. 71 degrees for Big Bear, 94 for Palm Springs, and the old 5 day still not right yet. We'll keep working on it till we get it right. Friday, yeah, see, we're done with Thursday, but Thursday just wants to linger around. I think because it was such a neat day. We're looking at Dennis hanging on the eastern seaboard. That's causing a lot of rain and problems for them, but in our neck of the woods, it is fabulous. Nice temperatures even at night. See you guys later on.
Looking good in rehearsal. We'll try it on the air later on.
Yeah, we'll keep practicing. See you later.
If you are a golfer, and we know about 3 out of every 100 of our viewers are, on LA City courses, watch this, soon you're going to have to shell out more of the green to hit the greens. The LA City Recreation and Parks Commission is raising green fees November 1st at all LA City courses. Residents and non-residents will have to pay the higher prices. The golfers, of course, don't like it, but the city says it needs the money to maintain the public courses.
Not only is it hard on the ego, it hurts your pocketbook. The Angels try to snap their losing streak, hoping to salvage one game in the series against the Indians. Here's Carlos with sports.
Good morning, everybody. It has been a bad 4 days in Cleveland for the Anaheim Angels. Earlier, reliever Troy Percival was suspended 3 games and fined $500 for throwing at David Justice on Tuesday night. Now, Justice was also suspended for charging the mound. To make matters worse, the Angels were swept 4 straight. Nothing like a barbecue in the press box. I'll have mine medium rare, please. What the heck is going on there? 5th inning coming up. Indians leading 3-1. Make that 6-1. Richie Sexton with a 3-run homer to left off Steve Sparks. Who wondered? Why did I throw that? Bottom of 9, 2 outs. Angels down 6-5. Troy Glaus cranked a shot to left that looked like it would go out, but Dave Justice made a great grab to end the game. Yes, it was a broom party as the Angels lost by a final of 6-5. The Angels at home today against the Yankees, while the Dodgers, who did not play last night, are in Chicago against the Cubs and Sammy Sosa. That's sports for this morning. I'm Carlos Del Valle.
Paul this morning is unveiling a brand new city cam for us. This is on the very busy San Diego. Paul, hey, it's looking busy indeed.
It is. This camera's out there, Caltrans City Cam, just in time for the long Labor Day weekend. Southbound San Diego Freeway, Venice Boulevard, that's the northbound side. Already very heavy traffic out there this morning. All right, let's check out the Foothill Freeway. This is westbound Foothill Freeway, just past Lowell Avenue. 2-vehicle accident. 2 right lanes are closed down. You can expect a little bit of a slowdown. And on the 91 freeway, out in Corona westbound, before the Chino Valley Freeway, the 71, 2-vehicle accident there. That's in the number 2 lane. Traffic already pretty heavy now back toward Interstate 15. Don't forget to buckle that seatbelt. Hold your speed down this weekend. Back to Kent and Tracy.
All right, Paul, thanks a lot. A nun faces the judge at a Southern California court. We will tell you why at 6 a.m.
Up next right here, there's a brand new version of one of NBC's best-known shows that is just about to debut. So this morning we have a preview of Later Today just ahead.
And heading out right now to Venice Beach. This morning's news headlines when we come back. And just a quick programming note, starting next week, starting Tuesday, Today in LA will be expanding, starting every morning at 5 a.m., moving to 2 hours now. The time right now, 5:53. We're back in just a minute.
How long have you been on third watch?
Too long. It's tough on my kids. Start at 3 before they get home from school.
Officer! Officer! Building fire, people trapped.
Off at 11 after they've already gone to bed.
I'm going in. Bosco!
Every day brings one reward.
I found him on the second floor unconscious.
How do you do it every day? A sense of victory. Third Watch, Sundays this fall on NBC.
Hi, I'm Kent Shocknick. NBC4 joins the Playhouse District Association for Latino Fest Pasadena. The road to Rio leads through famous Colorado Boulevard. 32 countries line the street to a salsa beat. Family fun, September 11th from NBC4. Working for you.
Something very refreshing is going on at your California Lincoln Mercury dealer. It's our No Sweat Labor Day event.
We're closing out the 99s, so you get 12 short days of 0.9% APR limited term financing and no first month's payment on every new Mercury in stock. That means sizzling savings on Cougar, Mountaineer, Sable, Villager, even on Grand Marquis. We're dealing on everything during our No Sweat Labor Day event. It's very cool, so hurry to your California Lincoln Mercury dealer before Labor Day.
Now it's easy and profitable to be a vendor at the big one, the world-famous Rose Bowl Flea Market. Over tens of thousands of potential buyers the second Sunday of every month.
Call 323-560-7469, extension 11.
There's something different about the salespeople.
I always look for inner beauty.
Wick's new customer first shopping.
It's much more civilized.
They don't follow you around and pester you.
I get enough of that at home.
It's Wick's Furniture's big Labor Day weekend store-wide sale. Monumental savings, plus terrific financing. Put no money down with no monthly payments and no finance charges due for 1 year with a Wick's charge.
Wick's new customer first shopping.
I mean, I still don't get no respect, but at least I'm rocking.
62 cool degrees at 5:55. Good morning to you if you're just joining us. You have seen the ads. Next week starts a huge new chapter in NBC's hugely successful morning franchise, The Today Show, a new show called Later Today. This week, Kathy and I talked with the new hosts at their new home in New York.
You guys, tell us what the show is all about. We're really excited.
Well, it's about an hour long.
3 women sitting around talking. Anything else, Laura?
Drinking massive amounts of coffee. Look at these. They look like, I don't know, soup bowls. Anyway, well, imagine the second hour of the Today Show, minus Katie, Matt, Ann, and Al, plus a live studio audience, plus us three, and well, there you have it.
So, Jody, it's just like the second half hour of the Today Show, only completely different.
Exactly. Kind of like the Today Show meets Monty Python.
It's kind of like all of our waistlines, perhaps. We're just expanding the Today Show.
Yeah, they're America's first family, and we're like the crazy aunt in the basement. No, we're like the, poor relations. Or we're the dysfunctional cousins. I don't know what we are.
Go ahead, Kathy, jump in. You'll never get a chance. We have questions about the set because we've noticed that you're in a kitchen.
We can't tell really, frankly, if it's a kitchen or a high school chemistry lab.
Well, I've got the beakers and the Bunsen burners.
Chemistry lab.
As a matter of fact,
it doubles.
Thing. It does look like a chemistry lab here. We need goggles and stuff.
No, Kent, we're actually going to be cooking.
Does that faucet work, Jody?
Kent, you must be an investigative reporter out there at KNBC, aren't you?
They can see. I think
well,
they
let
can
them
see.
deal.
Let's see. Can you see? Does it work?
Who forgot to pay the water bill? By Tuesday, it'll be working.
It will work.
We promise.
It absolutely
Let's
will
find
work.
out what's in the
everything
fridge.
else works.
Jody trailing off to see what's in the fridge. Hope you're in a mood to be entertained. There's a real good mix there. Looks like a lot of fun. Later Today airs right after the Today Show. It'll start at 9 a.m.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, here are this morning's news headlines and a preview of stories ahead on Today in LA.
I'm Kimberly Plummer in North Hollywood, where detectives have made an arrest in a bizarre Studio City murder case. The story coming up in a live report.
Also, a man crashes his car into another vehicle after he is shot while driving. The latest this morning on the search for the gunman just ahead.
Plus, a French judge makes his final ruling on what caused the crash that killed Princess Diana. We'll show you what it means for the photographers following the car that night.
And this morning, 3 important product recalls concerning your child's safety. We'll show you what you must look out for.
Heading out to a view from our Mount Wilson cam, lots of clouds out there. We will have your AccuWeather forecast, your money, a live report from Wall Street, and the morning drive. The time right now, 5:58. Stay with us.
Henry, now the Martins are getting new furniture. That's quite a dining set. I like that buffet. Oh, no, this is too much. Would you look at that beautiful bedroom set? Can't imagine what that cost. Must be nice. Oh, cute. The little boy gets a new bedroom, too. He's gonna be spoiled. How can they afford all that? Henry, go ask if they won the lottery.
Plumbers, where it doesn't cost a lot to live in style.
There's more to Langer's juice than great tasting fruit. We put over 40 years experience in every bottle and a commitment to make every batch the best it can be. And now with every bottle of Langer's Cranberry Grape 100, there's even more. It's not only 100% juice. We've added grape seed extract, coenzyme Q10, and essential antioxidants like vitamins A, C, and E.
Is that all you got?
Maybe we should cut Grandma's tasting to once a week.
Yeah.
Langer's. It's in the juice.
When most eyeglass stores say they have glasses for $64, they're forgetting something important. Like the lenses, those cost extra. But at Vista Optical, $64 buys you the frame and lenses. And Vista has over 400 high-quality, fashionable frames to choose from. all for $64. So if it's real value you're looking for, you'll find it at Vista.
Come in today for an eye exam.
Watch Today in LA starting at 5 a.m. September 7th on NBC4. Live from NBC4, the station working for you. Kent Shocknick, Kathy Vara, Christopher Nance AccuWeather, and Paul Johnson Metro Traffic. This is Today in LA, Southern California's #1 morning news.
Brand new developments in a vicious local murder. Breaking news here. A Studio City man is tied up and murdered. His neighbors are stunned. Well, we now have a break in the case. We are live with the latest details this morning.
Also this morning, finally, the official word in the Princess Diana crash and what killed her. We have the word now from the French judge. Good morning. Welcome to our second half hour of Today in LA. The time is turning 6 a.m. It is a Friday morning. I'm Ken Shocknick.
And I'm Tracy Savage in for Kathy Vara. We'll get to our top stories in just a minute. But first, a quick preview of our weather on a very important day right before a big holiday weekend.
This is the day, party day. Yes, let's go outside. Let me show you what's going on. It is going to be nifty. We start this day, this morning, the way we've started every one this week, with clouds in the morning. Look at the numbers. Downtown Los Angeles, 61, 61 for Toluca Lake. Buena Park going for 65. Our WeatherNet site, don't know if it's up yet. If it's not, then just come to the weather machine and I'll show you what we got there. All right, yes, today's worst weather, Oldham, North Dakota. Cloudy, cool periods of rain. Oldham. How many cities can I do this with? Be back in a little while with the rest of the weather.
Hopefully not many more.
Today, Oldham. Thank you, Christopher. Let's get right to the news this morning. An important break in our top story at 6 a.m. A big and mysterious development in a local murder. A Studio City man bound, gagged, and stabbed to death inside his apartment. And now, just a short while ago, police have made an arrest. Kimberly Plummer is live right now at the LAPD station in North Hollywood with all the latest. Kimberly, as you've been saying this morning, this is a big break and you're the first one on the scene.
Yes, Ken, and you can credit quick detective work for this one. At 2 a.m. this morning, detectives with the Rampart Division of LAPD, working with detectives here from the North Hollywood Division, pursued a lead, and it panned out, and they made an arrest. The murder victim is 40-year-old Mitchell Stanman, whose body was discovered in his Studio City apartment Thursday by his maid, making her weekly rounds. Stanman's 99 silver Porsche Boxster convertible was also stolen. Now this morning, the LAPD has arrested a suspect in this murder case and recovered Stanman's luxury vehicle.
The vehicle was impounded, and the suspect is currently being interviewed by detectives assigned to North Hollywood area.
The name of the suspect has not yet been released, but police tell Channel 4 News the victim and his killer apparently knew each other. Stanman is reportedly unemployed and was found bound and stabbed to death in his upstairs apartment on Arch Drive. Police tell Channel 4 News they now plan to have detectives and evidence gatherers comb Stanman's luxury sports car for clues. Reporting live this morning in North Hollywood, I'm Kimberly Plummer. Back to you, Tracy and Kent.
All right, Kimberly, thank you very much. What may have started as a classic lottery scam has ended with the victim being charged with a crime. A nun from St. Anne's Catholic Church in Santa Monica claimed she had been kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint. Elvia Torres told police the robbers ordered her to withdraw $20,000 in cash. Well, as it turned out, the alleged robbers may have been con artists who said they needed 20 grand to collect on a winning lottery ticket. They reportedly promised to double her money. The nun has been charged with filing a false report.
Simmering anger this morning over a recent police shooting. An elderly El Monte man killed inside his own home during a botched drug raid. Police raided Mario Paz's home last month. They say they had reason to believe a drug ring was dropping off money there. The community group, Project Islamic Hope, is outraged. This is the same group calling attention to the controversial Taisha Miller shooting in Riverside. The organization now wants the officers in the El Monte shooting fired. The group now is organizing a march on El Monte Police headquarters for a week from today.
A local man has been identified this morning as one of the Americans killed in a plane crash in Africa. Retiree Norman Dolan was among a group of tourists on board a Cessna that crashed into Mount Meru. In Tanzania, the Orange County optometrist had retired to pursue his love of world travel. His only granddaughter, Nicole Ward, remembers him as a loving and caring man with a great sense of humor. She says he will be terribly missed.
There has been a major new development this morning in the investigation into the tragic death of Princess Diana. Diana, her companion Dodi Fayed, and driver Henri Paul were killed 2 years ago this month in a crash in a Paris traffic tunnel. This morning, a French judge has dismissed all the charges against 9 photographers, paparazzi, and a motorcyclist courier implicated in the crash. And he has officially put the blame squarely on driver Paul. He says Paul was drunk and also had taken tranquilizers. This ruling officially ends the 2-year probe into the crash. However, Dode Fayed's father says he will appeal, and he is looking for more answers.
And now some other stories we've been working on while you were sleeping. An apparently random shooting ended in a car crash in Santa Ana overnight. Police say one motorist was shot in the arm while driving and lost control of his car. He ran a stop sign and hit another car. No serious injuries.
Take a look at one lucky little cat this morning. This cat is lucky to be alive after a harrowing rescue attempt from its burning home. Here's the home. All of this happening early this morning in Southgate. Firefighters had the fire in this apartment out in pretty short order, but the flames were still intense when they went in for the cat. They had to climb in through the flames to pull the cat to safety, but this hour, everybody's fine.
A little bit of a shocker up north. A small quake rattled an area near Lake Isabella overnight. It measured 3.1 and was centered 8 miles north of Lake Isabella between Kern and Tulare counties. No reports of damage or injuries.
Well, U.S. relations with China have taken an unusual turn this morning over a new panda, of all things. Now, this is the rare cub. We've shown you the video. It's at the center of the international back and forth. The cub was born 2 weeks ago at the San Diego Zoo. Zookeepers want to name the panda Tianyi, which is Chinese for gift of heaven. The name now has been sent to authorities in Beijing for an official decision. But that could take a while. Panda names are important to the Chinese, and now 2 government agencies are feuding over jurisdiction. So for now, we'll just continue to call it a cute little cub.
It is a cute little cub. All right, now turning to our weather. Absolutely nothing to complain about. A little bit cooler than normal, but we like it, Christopher.
I like it too. You know, it's comfortable. Clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon. Now, a lot of folks have been saying, well, this doesn't feel like summer. You're right. Let's open up the AccuWeather window. Geniuses. Numbers, please. Downtown Los Angeles, 61. 76 for a high. Chino, 80. A little hazy right now. Rialto, 81 for a high today. A little smoky. Look at our UV index. It is 8. Or no, it's 7. That's the lowest it has been in several months. That means you've got maybe 16 minutes on the average before you start to burn. 16 to 21 minutes. Air quality is good, even in the San Fernando Valley. Everywhere else, it's moderate. And we're looking at San Francisco at 75 today. Las Vegas, 92. Bakersfield, 88. Palm Springs, only 94. They hit 91 yesterday, and that was their coolest high they have had since 1967. We're looking at 68-degree temperatures along some of the coastal cities. 98 for Phoenix. Las Vegas, you can see in the 90s. 76 for downtown Los Angeles. Dennis, still a menace on the eastern seaboard, but in the west, certainly the best. And that's my AccuWeather forecast. See you in a little while with more weather.
All right, Christopher, swinging around your little, whatever that thing is, that little clicker. Not such a good drive this morning in one of the outlying areas. There's a SIG alert, Paul, and it is in Ventura.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Let's look at the crush cam. Already getting some heavy traffic now. Santa Ana Freeway southbound getting heavy. So's that northbound side. SIG alert now in Ventura. This is westbound. Highway 126 at Wells Road. All lanes are shut down. Injury, accident, jackknife, big rig. They have a detour posted for you. Hope to have that cleared shortly. 91 freeway westbound, right at Brookhurst. Construction going on in all lanes. They hope to have that opening up for you shortly, but right now traffic jam solid all the way back to State College. And southbound of the 55 freeway just before Catella. Stalled big rig in the right lane. Now that is slowing you right back to Lincoln. That traffic is stinking from Lincoln. Let's go back to Ken and Tracy.
All right, very good, Paul. Time now to check out your money. Wall Street took a bit of a drop yesterday.
And this morning, Maria Bartiromo, you are there. The big news today, employment figures for August, just out.
Dave, just came out, Kent, and you know they are very, very market friendly. The economy actually generated just 100,000 new jobs last month, and that was much smaller than people had expected. So basically what's happening is that investors and traders are surmising that the economy perhaps is not growing overheatedly and is not growing too fast and too strongly to trigger another hike in interest rates by the Federal Reserve based on these latest numbers. So the market is roaring in the early going. We are looking for a huge rally in the stock market today when the market opens in about 20 minutes or so. Among the highlights to look for, the technology stocks, again, are expected to be the winners of the session. In fact, semiconductor stocks may very well lead the way higher today because semiconductor prices rose again overnight in Taiwan.
chip prices I referred to continue to rise ever since June, and as a result, pure play semiconductor stocks like Micron Technology have been on a rise. It's up about 70% just in about 3 months or so. The stock is expected to be up again on the heels of this very positive employment data as well as the news on chip prices. That's about it for now. I'll see you in a little while when I'm actually on the floor. Back to you, Kent and Tracy.
Standing on the floor, of course, we know what you mean, Maria. Thanks very much. The lead singer of a popular rock band could be going to jail. A preview of his court appearance coming up.
And cameras are rolling on Mel Gibson's new movie. We will go on location just ahead. The time right now is 6:10.
Need a new TV?
Hot and sticky conditions in the Southwest.
Stop by Ward's Labor Day sale where all televisions are on sale. Plus, ask for no payments and no interest until March 2000 on electronics, appliances, and furniture. All furniture and mattresses are on sale too. And take an extra 10% off all appliances and tires, even on sale prices. Ward's Labor Day sale Friday through Monday only.
You can't shop smarter than Ward's.
Right now at Circuit City, you'll find savings in every department. All TVs 32 inches and larger, home and car audio, appliances, camcorders, and hi-fi stereo VCRs are on sale. Plus, pay no interest for 12 months on home and car audio $299 and up, appliances $399 and up, and TVs and camcorders $499 and up. For friendly advice and great savings in every department, stop by Circuit City today.
Glidden and Home Depot together, it's an unbeatable combination.
We are a paint store in Home Depot.
Glidden's been around 120 years, and they know paint.
It's unbeatable.
So I can always honestly recommend that you use Glidden paint.
It applies easily, doesn't splatter because it's a nice thick paint.
You just get a brush and roller and go at it. It covers really well.
It's a quality paint. Good durability, good price.
Glidden has it all. You don't stay in business for 120 years if you don't have good exterior paint.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Coming up this morning on Today, tips for traveling safely this holiday weekend. Also, the latest credit card scams, what you should know about protecting yourself, and a summer concert series duet from Linda Ronstadt and Emmylou Harris. So join us this morning and see what a difference today makes.
I want to take a light jacket as you head out the door this morning at 6:12. It's just 50 degrees up in the mountains. Is fall far behind? Academy Award-winning actor Mel Gibson turning heads in the South this morning. He's in South Carolina filming his new movie, The Patriot. Gibson told reporters he tries to go out of his way to meet his fans, and he doesn't mind a bit if they stop or wave or just stare. So far, most have been respectful. No one's interfered with his movie shoot there in the Deep South. Gibson's new movie is expected to open next summer.
And now here's a look at other people making news today in L.A. Sentencing is scheduled today in downtown L.A. for Scott Weiland. He is the lead singer of the group Stone Temple Pilots. He admitted violating his probation on charges of heroin possession.
Orange County resident Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon, makes a guest appearance at the Hollywood Bowl tonight. He and fellow astronaut Gordon Cooper will narrate a poem about space during a performance of Copland's Fanfare for the Common Man. There also will be a special space exhibit there at the Bowl Plaza.
And the 5th annual Soul Train Lady of Soul Awards is set for this evening in Santa Monica. Among those scheduled to appear, Natalie Cole, Whitney Houston, Chico DeBarge, and Ice Cube. The awards celebrate the accomplishments of female recording artists.
There's startling video just out this morning from the FBI on its Waco raid. We're going to show you those pictures straight ahead. First, it's the start of the last holiday weekend of the summer season. It's a Friday morning as well, September 3rd. Let's head outside.
And we are going to start with a view from our crush cam in Orange County. Doesn't look too bad, but it may not be much of a Friday light. Once all those holiday travelers hit the road, all will have traffic.
Let's head up into the hills right now, showing you the cloud cover over the LA basin as we look back down. The weather has been on the cool side the last few days. What should we expect for the 3-day holiday? Christopher has your AccuWeather forecast coming up.
And feeling lucky, here are the numbers in the latest Fantasy 5 drawing. Good luck, everybody. Time right now is 6:14.
this week.
Help him save Mike, please.
A dramatic rescue reunites
I
lovers.
had no idea that Allie was that dangerous.
She is out of our lives for good.
Aren't love stories supposed to have a happy ending?
This has to be goodbye.
Days of Our Lives.
Today at 4 on the Channel 4 News, an emergency in the workplace. Would you be prepared if a disaster struck while you were at work?
Is everybody okay?
Life-saving tips you need to know.
Evacuation is complete.
Today at 4, only on the Channel 4 News.
The history of the world in 15 seconds. Dinosaurs. The Los Angeles County Fair. Of course, a bunch of stuff happened in between, but it's not important. Dino Quest at the Los Angeles County Fair, September 9th through the 26th at Fairplex.
Later today on NBC.
What we want to do is bring some actual information to daytime TV.
Informative, interesting, entertaining.
I hope to be able to bring the human element and ask the questions that someone else might not ask.
Things that are important to women, do things that count. The way newscasters talk to each other when the camera is turned off.
Later today. It's like today, only later. Coming next week on NBC.
Find the area under the curve of the function. Y equals 6 plus x times sine of x, such that 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 2 pi. We know the area equals the integral.
Texas Instruments calculators from Staples can make your student's most feared subject
Therefore,
31.42
into their second most feared subject.
Get out of here, Johnson! Stop fooling around!
For Texas Instruments calculators plus everything for back to school at guaranteed low prices, it's Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
To eat. To be eaten. To eat it. That concludes our lesson. Now run along. Dino Quest and the Gravity Zone Skate Park at the Los Angeles County Fair, September 9th through the 26th at Fairplex.
NBC4 salutes our WeatherNet partner, the Mercedes-Benz retailers of Southern California.
The time is 6:16. Good morning. Our top stories here on Today in LA. Police now have arrested a suspect in the murder of a Studio City man. Michael Stanman had been bound, gagged, and stabbed to death. His stolen car this morning also has now been recovered.
A frightening random shooting overnight in Santa Ana. The victim was hit in the arm, lost control of his car, and then crashed into another vehicle. Now, despite all that, no one was seriously hurt.
And overseas this morning, it is official. The French investigation into the car crash that killed Princess Diana 2 years ago is over. A judge now has dropped all charges against the paparazzi photographers on the scene that night, blaming instead the deadly wreck on Diana's drunk driver, Henri Paul.
Well, it is the Friday before the big holiday weekend. A good day to pay attention to the traffic reports. We'll begin with Paul right now. Things don't look too bad right now.
Not too bad, but do pay attention. There may be questions later. Santa Ana Freeway, southbound, just before Paramount. This is the northbound side. That's the busiest side. Caltrans City Cam. We'll keep a close eye on this traffic. Signal alert continues now. This on the Santa Paula Freeway, westbound 126 at Wells Road. All lanes are closed. Injury accident with a jackknife big rig. 91 freeway westbound. This is right at Brookhurst. All westbound lanes have been closed overnight for construction. That's running a little late this morning. And traffic very heavy back to the 57. And still have that stalled big rig. Southbound 55 just before Catella. That big rig is stalled out in the right lane. Very heavy traffic now back before Lincoln. It is bumper to bumper. Be careful out there. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Paul. A major drug bust in Rialto. 24 suspects in custody this morning after a 5-month investigation called Operation Cleanup.
Hey, Cam, come to the front door. I need to talk to you about your registration.
Dozens of officers with guns at the ready went to several homes in the Rialto area. Their targets, more than 50 suspects wanted on drug charges and worse.
And you guys know that the bounty hunter is responsible for the death of the 2 Compton officers.
Well, they didn't find that suspect, but they arrested about 24 others, all of them taken to a processing center. More arrests are expected.
The FBI releases a controversial videotape of its siege on the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas, and it is not flattering to the agency. FBI agents discussing the use of flammable tear gas canisters.
Yes, 10-4 copy. You can try it.
Yeah, that's affirmative.
That's the voice of an FBI field commander giving agents permission to launch flammable tear gas canisters at the compound. The FBI had denied using flammable tear gas in the 1993 siege before now. David Koresh and more than 80 of his followers, many of them children, were killed when a fire consumed the compound. The FBI plans to release a second videotape today as the Justice Department investigation into the FBI continues.
And turning now to our weather, the Friday before, again, the big holiday weekend. And we're in store for things looking good for this weekend.
Perfect. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Let's go outside. This is going to be a good forecast. Checking it out, Avalon. Boy, oh boy, folks have already gotten a peek at their forecast. And head on over. Look at the numbers. Downtown Los Angeles, 61. Barometer, 29.89. It's falling a little bit, still meaning a change in the weather. Humidity, 87%. The winds are out of the southwest at 5 miles an hour. Right now, we're going for a high of 76. We topped off at 76 yesterday. 84 is our record high set on this date. Our record high is 108 set on this date in 1955. 84 is normal for this time of the year. Sun sets at 7:16, and we have a low tide at 9:55. All right, let's get into it. This is what we're looking at. You can see Dennis still sitting along the eastern seaboard, still generating a lot of beach erosion, drawing off a lot of sand. That's bad news for them. In our area, sunshine still prevails. Getting the maps into motion, you can see how this system is pushing moisture through the Dakotas, moving it towards the Great Lakes. Dennis just hovering, still being a menace throughout the eastern seaboard. For our area, 70s, 80s, and 90s. No 100s to talk about. Very cool in the evenings and nice temperatures and clear skies as well. Matter of fact, early in the mornings, this morning and tomorrow morning, you get a chance to look up and see Venus. Yes, not too far from the moon, just look to the east. Windy. In the inland areas, those winds are going to pick up and could be a problem for firefighters this weekend. Let me show you what else is going on. We got the morning clouds. It is cool but sunny, and surf is up. Looking at the high for today, 76, the low 58. Going through the coastal cities, you can see 69 degrees for Catalina and Van Nuys, 76. Los Angeles, 76. Anaheim, going to be in the 70s as well. Idlewild, 76. Pasadena, 80 degrees. Wrightwood, 77. Palmdale, 87. And you can see at noon today, 69 degrees, 76 for a high, and a warming trend will be in the 80s before the weekend is done.
Cooler today, but with the lowest UV index we've seen all summer long, I think.
Yeah, in about 2 months, yes.
All right, Christopher, thanks.
Good, thanks.
Well, we are heading into that weekend. You and 2.6 million of your Southern California friends are going to be hitting the road for the holiday. What to look out for on this busy travel weekend up next?
Also, a very bizarre item up for sale on the internet. The disturbing details coming up.
And this morning, 3 consumer product recalls, all involving the safety of your children. Information you have to have when Today in LA returns. The time is 6:22.
See this van? I got it from my school. These computers? Got them too. But I'm not rich. I help my school get it for free, saving labels from old Campbell stuff my mom buys at Ralph's. For every label you save, your school can get points for free stuff. And now you can score 200 bonus label points. Just use your Ralph Shoppers card this week and save on your Campbell's favorites. All right! Ralph's Grocery Company and Campbell's. Building better schools, one label at a time. Need a new TV?
Hot and sticky conditions in the Southwest.
Stop by Ward's Labor Day sale where all televisions are on sale. Plus, ask for no payments and no interest until March 2000 on electronics, appliances, and furniture. All furniture and mattresses are on sale too. And take an extra 10% off all appliances and tires, even on sale prices. Ward's Labor Day sale Friday through Monday only. You can't shop smarter than Ward's.
Real doctors, real emergencies. It's the real ER for animals. Extra takes you behind the scenes of this hit new show and into the real-life operating room where precious lives hang in the balance. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7.
She's wild, uninhibited, but could Angelina Jolie be the most dangerous woman in town? On the next Access Hollywood, we investigate why some are calling Angelina one fearless female. Next Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30.
The Sunday Los Angeles Times.
Sunday's our day. I make the coffee. We don't go anywhere.
Except to the front door to get the Los Angeles Times.
On Sundays, I don't want to go out to pick up the paper. I want it delivered. Some Sundays, calendar is the only section I read, and it's still worth having it delivered.
Now you can have the Sunday Los Angeles Times delivered right to your home at a price you'll love. Only $1 a week. That's 50% off. 12 free Sundays for the world-class newspaper in Southern California. Don't miss out on this special offer of home delivery. Call now.
Come to our huge pre-Labor Day sale. Save 20% on all decorator prints. All sewing machines are on sale. Plus McCall's patterns are just 99 cents. Now through Saturday at Hancock Fabrics.
Just about to turn 6:24 right now, and so much as you've been saying for Friday morning light. Paul, it's slow, and this is that getaway day on the roads.
And we have a new signaler to talk about as well. Let's check the crush cam. Santa Ana Freeway southbound, that's the northbound side, already busy. East and westbound of the Garden Grove getting busy as well. Now, signaler due to that stalled big rig on the 55 Costa Mesa Freeway southbound just before Catella. That big rig is stalled out in the right lane, very heavy now, back to the 91. And on the 105 Century Freeway eastbound just before the 605. Two-vehicle injury accident, and that is blocking the left lane. Buckle up, please. Be careful out there. Back to you.
All right, Paul, thanks a lot. New research indicates that too much aspirin may increase the risk of strokes in women. Past studies indicated that women who take a daily dose of aspirin reduce their chance of the most common type of stroke, and that's caused by plaques blocking blood vessels. But new research from Harvard University shows women who take more than 15 aspirin tablets a week double their risk of having a more fatal type of stroke. Anyone who is considering taking aspirin as a preventative measure should talk to their doctor first.
Important safety news right here. 3 important recalls to show you this morning. Products that could easily turn child's play into a dangerous situation. Details from our Doug Kriegel.
At first glance, these stuffed animals seem harmless. They're called precious moments or tender tales, and a lot of people have them because they're only $7 a piece and sold in gift shops and collectible stores all over the country. But the problem is with the pom-poms, says consumer advocate Ann Brown.
They are just the right size to catch in a child's throat, and children could choke.
The first thing to do is cut off those pom-poms. Then call the company's hotline phone number, and they'll send you a new collectible doll. Another recall involved crazy ribbon and crazy string. Take a look at these pictures. They show just how easily the crazy string catches fire and how intensely it burns.
A little boy, 11 years old, has permanent scarring from flaming at his birthday party.
And finally, this recall, Backyard Products, a Canadian company, is recalling 60,000 of these acrobatic swings. The problem here, the trapeze section of the playset has exposed bolts that can seriously hurt a child.
There have been 6 cases of serious lacerations, and one little girl had 40 stitches.
For Today in LA, Doug Kriegel, Channel 4 News.
Why do you have the sleep problems that you do? Well, now doctors say sleep disorders are hereditary. What you need to know about sleep disorders and what you can do about them. A very special report on our Channel 4 News at 11 a.m. this morning.
That poor woman looks tired, doesn't she? Here's what's happening today in LA. There are breaking new developments in a Studio City neighborhood shaken by a shocking and brutal murder. We are live with exclusive details ahead.
Also, new progress in the battle against Southern California's biggest wildfire, the latest just ahead.
Plus the forecast, your money, and the morning drive. All coming up on Today in LA. Remember, starting next week, we begin at 5 a.m. 2 full hours of Today in LA, 5 to 7. It's 6:27.
It's footwear frenzy at Shoe Pavilion. Save up to 70% on the hottest styles, the top brands for men and women, like Levi's shoes and boots, only $39.99 at Shoe Pavilion. Save $50 off department store prices. Or Doc Martens, just $59.99. Save $60. Or Soda Casuals, only $19.99. A fantastic buy. So hurry to Footwear Frenzy at Shoe Pavilion and save like crazy.
NBC4 thanks Robinsons May for their generous support of closed caption programming.
It's Sit and Sleep's Labor Day week sale with no deposit, no interest, and no payments till 2001. Get the lowest prices of the year on premium queen-size sets from Simmons, Sealy, Serta, and Spring Air. Elsewhere at up to $6.99, now just $3.77 at Sit and Sleep, plus a free bed frame and free delivery. And pay nothing till 2001. Call 800-675-3536. Sit and Sleep will beat anyone's advertised price, or your mattress is free.
Win a trip to New York City for a big New Year's Eve celebration. It's the Denny's Grand Slam Millennium Sweepstakes. Visit any participating Los Angeles area Denny's for one of the new All-Star Slams and pick up your sweepstakes entry form for your chance to win. Denny's has your chance to be in the heart of Times Square when the ball drops on the new millennium. Breakfast at Denny's, the perfect way to welcome a new day or the new millennium.
When it's time for new kitchen cabinets, it's time to head for No, your telephone. Call Kitchen Cabinet Brokers. Their experienced, qualified designers meet with you and show you exactly what your new kitchen will look like. And they'll beat any competitor's price by at least 10%, including the home centers. Your precision-crafted cabinets will be ready in days, not weeks, and installed by our in-house professionals. Kitchen Cabinet Brokers. Personal service and quality craftsmanship at better than home center prices. Guaranteed.
A major break this morning in the murder of a Southern California man found bound, gagged, and stabbed to death inside his Studio City apartment. This hour, a suspect now is in custody. It's our top story this Friday, September 3rd, today in L.A. Good morning again. The time just about to turn 6:30 a.m. I'm Kent Shockman.
And I'm Tracy Savage in for Kathy Vara. Also, a convicted child molester faces a very long prison term. We'll preview today's court action in this disturbing case.
Plus, a big stretch of a world-famous Southern California beach is back open again this morning. We'll have details.
And let's head outside real quick with a live look in Long Beach. This morning's news, weather, your money, sports, and traffic continue right now.
Live from NBC4, the station working for you. Kent Shockman, Kathy Vara, Christopher Nance AccuWeather, and Paul Johnson Metro Traffic. This is Today in LA, Southern California's #1 morning news.
Well, everybody's glad that they are reopening Huntington Beach. We'll get to that story in a moment. The sad news is it's almost too late in the season. The big snack bar there right at the end of the pier,
yeah.
The front end has lost something like 3/4 of its business.
Oh, wow.
And it's not as steamy hot as it could be this time of year.
No, it's not super hot beach weather like we usually get this time of the year. It is cooler than normal. It is going to warm up, though, over the next few days. Let me show you the 5-day. This is the way it looks. 76 today, 78 tomorrow, 80 on Sunday, and 80 to 82 on Monday, so it does warm up a touch for the downtown area. The beaches will stay in the 70s. Also, seeing very comfortable temperatures throughout Southern California. This is the way it'll be today. Outdoor lunch? Yeah, take a sweater or jacket. 69 at noontime today. See you guys later on.
Really mild.
Yeah, that is.
Incredible. All right, thanks a lot, Christopher. And topping our news at 6:30, new details now as L.A. police arrest a suspect in a brutal local murder. A Studio City man found tied up, gagged, and stabbed to death in his apartment. But overnight, police arrest a suspect. Kimberly Plover is live at the L.A. Police Station in North Hollywood. Kimberly, police have made a very quick arrest.
Yes, they did, Tracy. Now, the name of this suspect has not yet been released, and that's because North Hollywood detectives still at this very minute are interviewing that person. Los Angeles police believe they now have the person in custody who murdered 40-year-old Mitchell Stanman. His body was discovered in his Studio City apartment on Arch Drive Thursday by Stanman's maid, making her weekly rounds. Police say Stanman, who was unemployed, was found bound and stabbed to death in his upstairs apartment, which was ransacked, but there was no sign of any forced entry. Stanman's '99 silver Porsche Boxster convertible was also stolen. And now it turns out we're learning more about the suspect under arrest and possible motive.
That the victim and the suspect both knew each other.
Now, when police arrested the suspect, they also recovered Stanman's stolen luxury car. Live this morning at the North Hollywood Police Station, I'm Kimberly Plummer. Back to you, Tracy and Kent.
Important developments, Kimberly. Thanks very much. And also, there is this news this morning. Good news on the Willow Fire burning near Lake Arrowhead, one of Southern California's biggest wildfires in history. Firefighters now say the fire is about 1/2 contained. A dozen homes and 20 other buildings have been lost so far in the fire. And while the worst may be over for firefighters, angry residents who have lost their homes are demanding answers. Officials say they have done the best they could to save communities by the fire. The fire has burned more than 60,000 acres, and if you're a traveler this weekend, this reminder, Highway 173 remains closed between Arrowhead and Hesperia. 18 is closed east of Highway 138.
Southern Californians pack up and head out this morning. It is one of the year's busiest travel days, the start of the long Labor Day holiday weekend. Let's go out the door for a second, take a live look at what's happening at LAX right now. Look at the crowds already starting to form. Lots of traffic there, you can see. Local airports are all expecting big crowds, 225,000 local travelers. The Department of Airports has a few tips for flyers. You are best off to take a shuttle, and you can see why. Especially when you're parking, it's going to be very, very tough, and of course, arrive early.
There also is some welcome news this morning just in time for the holiday weekend. Huntington Beach has reopened. This is really a sight for sore eyes among beachgoers, swimmers, and surfers. This morning, people are returning to a large area of the coastline for the first time in weeks. That bacterial scare that had forced officials to shut down a 4-mile stretch of beach does continue to some extent, but now most of Huntington Beach is back. You'll see the markers. County health investigators say there has been a dramatic improvement. The water now is safe to swim in, but still, though, there is the mystery. They haven't traced the source of the contamination.
And now some other stories we are following for you today in L.A. Sentencing is scheduled in Santa Ana this morning for James Crummell. He's been convicted of molesting a teenage boy who had been in an Orange County home for troubled youngsters. Crummell could face as many as 260 years in prison.
The defense is expected to wrap up its case today in the trial of NFL player Jim Brown. Brown is charged with threatening his wife and destroying her car during a fight. Brown and his wife Monique are denying the charges. She now says she was simply looking for leverage in an argument against him when she called 911.
Some workers for Alaska Airlines staging a picket line and rally this morning at LAX. They are protesting stalled negotiations between the Machinists Union and Alaska Airlines management. They have been without a contract since May.
Well, they know how to time them, don't they? What we were saying, that there are 225,000 passengers going through LAX a day over the holiday weekend. I think that's like double.
A few dozen picketing union members.
They're going to get some high profile.
Very busy.
Hey, Christopher, we're heading in the weekend. You say it's not going to be too hot, but it's not going to be too cold.
It's going to be just right, I think. Folks who really want to go to the beach, though, you may be a little disappointed early in the morning, but in the afternoon, you'll get your share of sunshine, and the surf is picking up, too. Let's go outside. This is the way it looks right now. It is pretty. Still some smoke in the background from the fires in the inland areas. Look at the numbers. Downtown Los Angeles, 58 for a low, 76 for a high today. Looking good. 51 is our record low, set on this date way back in 1881. All right, 61 is where we sit now. Winds are out of the southwest at 5 miles an hour. Let's get into it. Our low today will be 58, noontime 69, 76 for our overall high. 75 for San Francisco. A little windy, though. What's happening is the jet stream's dropping down and is going to pick up the wind gusts in the inland areas this weekend. That could be a problem for the firefighters. You're seeing how things look as the maps go into motion. A little bit of low-level cloudiness, but as you know, it does burn off quickly before the day is done. Morning clouds and then sunshine, sunny but cooler, and the surf does pick up. We're looking at good air quality. San Fernando all the way down into Orange County, Hemet, Lake Elsinore, Temecula. Temecula, boy, oh boy, you only hit 84 degrees for a high yesterday. That's cool for you. Looking at the beaches, 69 for Avalon, 70 degrees for San Diego, Laguna Beach 73. Sliding on inland, you can see Monterey Park 80 degrees for a high, Agoura Hills 82. Santa Ana, you'll be in the upper 70s. Idlewild 76 degrees. They're looking at Claremont at 77 for a high. And Ojai Valley Inn, 79 degrees. Lake Arrowhead, 71. Palm Springs, 94. There's the 5-day forecast. Checking it out. The weekend's looking good. Hey, let's go outside. Time for surfing and boating. Surf, 1 to 2. Look at that. 3 to 5, 4 to 6 feet for San Diego. That's good surf. And now for you boaters out there, you're seeing seas at 2 feet. Patchy, the patchy fog, it will burn off quickly. See you guys later on.
All right, very good. Thanks, Christopher. Well, as expected, things starting to slow down a little bit out there on our freeways. Paul joins us now with a look from the City Cam.
A lot of folks may be heading to the airport. Thought we'd check out our Caltrans City Cam on the San Diego Freeway. That's northbound side of Venice Boulevard. Somebody turn the lights out. Southbound, that's heavy and slow as you head down toward LAX. Now, we still have the SIG alert. 55 Costa Mesa Freeway southbound before Catella. Stalled big rig in the right lane. That is slowing you all the way back to the 91. 105 freeway eastbound. This is just before the 605 freeway. 2-vehicle injury collision. Now that is still being cleared out of the left-hand lane. Traffic heavy back toward Lakewood. And on the 91 freeway westbound of Brookhurst, all lanes still closed for construction. You are stuck in very heavy traffic all the way back to the 57 freeway. Hope to have lanes opening up by about 7 o'clock this morning. Be careful out there. Let's go back to Kent and Tracy.
Paul, thanks very much. It is the last weekend of summer. That means some new movies coming out, the last of the summer crop. We will give you previews just ahead.
All right, very good. Also, a frightening incident at a local airport. We will show you what happened.
Also, a shocking auction on the internet. Why eBay had to shut down one item that was fetching big bucks. We'll have details when we come back on Today in LA. The time, 6:39.
This fall on Third Watch, one begins his first day.
Over and out, over and out.
The other, his 25th year.
And none of it to call your mother and tell her you're dead.
One is taking charge.
You can't get a damn move on!
In a moment of truth, and with one false move, police, paramedics, and firefighters become one.
We'll take good care of them, guys. I promise.
From the producer of ER comes an all-new drama. Third Watch, Sundays this fall on NBC.
Hancock Fabrics is having a huge pre-Labor Day sale. This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, our entire stock of famous name decorator prints are 20% off. A fantastic selection of corduroy solids are only $3.99 a yard. All sewing machines are on sale, like this white model 1418, just $149. You save $50. Plus, all McCall's patterns are only 99 cents each. Look for these and many more great store-wide specials. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the pre-Labor Day sale at all Hancock Fabric stores.
We're all a part of the Circuit City customer service team. From the minute you walk in the door, our goal is to give you 100% customer service.
We want you to have the best shopping experience ever.
If you're looking for a new TV, Circuit City can make it easy for you. So you just tell us the size of your room, and we'll help you pick out the perfect TV and screen size.
Right now at Circuit City, you'll find this Panasonic 27-inch stereo TV with remote for just $329.99. For friendly advice and guaranteed low prices, stop by Circuit City today.
The Sunday Los Angeles Times.
I stay very well informed, and one of the best sources of information is the LA Times.
I like to relax with the news, and there's nothing more convenient than having it arrive every Sunday.
I get the LA Times delivered right to my home because on Sunday, I don't want to go anywhere.
For a limited time, you can enjoy home delivery of the Sunday Los Angeles Times at 50% off. That's only $1 a week. 12 free Sundays for the world-class newspaper in Southern California. Don't miss out on this special offer of home delivery. Call now.
The Ross clearance is on now. Better hurry.
At 6:40, 20 minutes till 7, a live view from the Inland Empire in the San Bernardino Mountains. Not so much smoke as we've seen the last couple of days because of the big Willow fire. The nearly 3,000 firefighters from across the country doing their job. You know, initially this fire was blamed on an untended campfire, but it was interesting yesterday, without any elaboration, fire officials backed away from that theory. A reminder, Highway 173 is closed between Lake Arrowhead and Hesperia.
Bidding has been halted on one very unusual item on the eBay internet site, a would-be seller taking bids on one of their kidneys. The company announced it had stopped that auction, but it wasn't for lack of interest. By then, bids had reached $5.7 million. Selling your own organs broke eBay's rules. It's also illegal under federal law, punishable by up to 5 years in prison.
Not to mention it's just sort of creepy. The Angels trying to snap their losing streak, hoping to salvage at least one game in their series against the Indians. How'd they do? Here's Carlos.
Good morning, everybody. It has been a bad 4 days in Cleveland for the Anaheim Angels. Earlier, reliever Troy Percival was suspended 3 games and fined $500 for throwing at David Justice on Tuesday night. Now, Justice was also suspended for charging the mound. To make matters worse, the Angels were swept 4 straight. Nothing like a barbecue in the press box. I'll have mine medium rare, please. What the heck is going on there? 5th inning coming up. Indians leading 3-1. Make that 6-1. Richie Sexton with a 3-run homer to left off Steve Sparks. Who wondered? Why did I throw that? Bottom of 9, 2 outs. Angels down 6-5. Troy Glaus cranked a shot to left that looked like it would go out, but Dave Justice made a great grab to end the game. Yes, it was a broom party, as the Angels lost by a final of 6-5. The Angels at home today against the Yankees, while the Dodgers, who did not play last night, are in Chicago against the Cubs and Sammy Sosa. That's sports for this morning. I'm Carlos Del Valle.
Police say they have captured the killer of a Studio City man. We'll have a live report on this breaking news coming up next.
Then in just a little while, a new version of one of NBC's best-known shows is all set to debut. We're going to give you a sneak preview of later today, just ahead.
We are back with the latest news headlines. The time right now is 6:42, and a quick programming note. Starting next week on Tuesday, Today in LA expands to 2 hours. It will go from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. every morning.
Xenon headlights, so you can see what lies ahead. The most powerful V6 in its class, so you can leave it all behind. The all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Coming September 4th.
The Sunday Los Angeles Times.
Sunday's our day. I make the coffee. We don't go anywhere.
Except to the front door to get the Los Angeles Times.
On Sundays, I don't want to go out to pick up the paper. I want it delivered. Some Sundays, calendar is the only section I read, and it's still worth having it delivered.
Now you can have the Sunday Los Angeles Times delivered right to your home at a price you'll love. Only $1 a week. That's 50% off. 12 free Sundays for the world-class newspaper in Southern California. Don't miss out on this special offer of home delivery. Call now.
The Ford 8000 is still going on, and we're on the last laps. This sales event ends Tuesday, and you don't want to miss it. 8,000 cars and trucks are going fast. Your Ford dealers got as low as 0.9% APR for up to 4 years, or up to $2,000 cash back. So get over to your Ford dealer now for extra thrills. Catch the action at the Ford LA Street Race this weekend. The Ford 8000 sales event. After Tuesday, the excitement's all gone.
An automatic rear sunshade for when it's sunny. The largest interior in its class for when it's not. And the all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Coming September 4th.
I stumbled upon an unexpected stowaway named Romance. She flirted with me in Venice, had me spellbound in San Francisco. Or was I watching the Travel Channel?
If you want romantic getaways and insider travel tips, call your local cable or satellite provider and ask for the Travel Channel.
Break away with the Travel Channel.
NBC4 salutes our Crystal Apple Awards partner, Sylvan Learning Center.
At 6:45, these are the top stories on Today in LA. Police say they have caught the killer of a man found brutally murdered in his Studio City apartment. Mitchell Stanman was found tied up, gagged, and stabbed to death in his apartment. Police also have recovered the victim's new Porsche.
Sentencing set today for the man convicted of molesting a teenage boy who had been in an Orange County home for troubled youngsters. James Crummell could be facing 260 years in prison.
Surf's up, and just in time for the holiday weekend, the waters off Huntington Beach are back open. There's been a dramatic improvement in the quality of the water, but officials still don't know where the original contamination came from.
Drive time right now, and we don't know exactly where it is you're going, but you're going somewhere. Paul, there are too many cars on the freeway.
I tell you, Orange County, very busy this morning. Crush cam, 57 freeway southbound, heavy and slow as you come down through the Orange Crush interchange. Now, we still have that SIG alert on the Costa Mesa Freeway. Southbound 55 before Catella, stall big rig in the right lane. That is still slowing you back onto the 91. And the 91 freeway itself westbound right at Brookhurst. Just had one of our airborne units fly over it. All westbound lanes closed at Brookhurst. Traffic very heavy back to the 57. And on the 105 freeway eastbound just before the 605 before you make the transition. Two-vehicle injury collision, and that is blocking the left lane. Please be careful out there. Back to Ken, Tracy, and Christopher.
All right, turning now to our weather. Christopher here. Going to be a perfect weekend.
Perfect weekend to get those legs moving, to take that morning jog around the Southland. Downtown Los Angeles, a little overcast now, but then sunny and still cool, 76 degrees. Moving on to Orange County. Patchy AM clouds in, sunny and cool, 70 to 80 for the highs. Moving on, you can see the valley, some overcast in, sunny and cooler than normal. Moving on to the beach. Oh, yeah, look at that. Good surf. Surf is up. And if it's not up in this picture, it'll be picking up. It's a direct order from me. Cloudy now, then sunny and nice. Desert sunny, breezy at times. For the mountainous areas, still have a high fire danger, as you can see. Sunny and nice there, as warm as 85 degrees. 5-day forecast shows a nice warming trend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, looking good. Monday's going to be nice as well. So enjoy whatever you do. Just be safe.
Frequently, the weather hears your mandates and does cooperate with you, which I think is the scariest part of all.
Pretty amazing.
Higher power.
Thanks, Christopher.
Thank you very much. Passengers from 2 airline flights have some scary stories to tell this morning. First, a Southwest Airlines 737 lost a wheel as it took off from the Burbank Airport. 127 passengers and a crew of 5 were on board the Sacramento-bound plane. The pilot burned off some fuel, then brought the plane in safely to the Ontario airport. No one was hurt. But 17 people were hurt too seriously when a United Airlines flight from LAX to San Francisco hit some unexpected turbulence over Santa Barbara. Most of the injured suffered bumps and bruises. Witnesses said people were thrown about the cabin, with some slamming into the ceiling. A flight attendant may have broken an arm. The plane continued on to San Francisco and made a safe landing.
You've seen the commercials. Next week starts a new chapter in NBC's hugely successful morning franchise, The Today Show, a show called Later Today. This week, Kathy and I talked with the new hosts at their new home in New York.
You guys, tell us what the show is all about. We're really excited.
Well, it's about an hour long.
3 women sitting around talking. Anything else, Laura?
Drinking massive amounts of coffee. Look at these. They look like, I don't know, soup bowls. Anyway, well, imagine the second hour of the Today Show, minus Katie, Matt, Ann, and Al, plus a live studio audience, plus us three, and well, there you have it.
So, Jody, it's just like the second half hour of the Today Show, only completely different.
Exactly. Kind of like the Today Show meets Monty Python.
It's kind of like all of our waistlines, perhaps. We're just expanding the Today Show.
Yeah.
Jody and Asha Blake, and of course Florence Henderson, the third co-host. Hope you're in a mood to entertain. There is a good mix there. Later Today airs right after the Today Show. It'll be starting at 9 a.m.
Looks like a lot of fun.
It really does. It really does.
A shocking and brutal murder in Studio City. Now a quick arrest of the suspected killer. That's our top story live coming up.
Also, singer Michael Jackson making some big New Year's plans. We'll give you the details just ahead.
And we'll have a look at the drive and the 5-day forecast when we come back.
Inflation news just out this morning. Wall Street liked what it heard. We'll explain the Dow is up 184 after losing 94 yesterday. NASDAQ also this morning. The latest trading coming up in a moment. It's up 74 at 10 till 7.
Because I've already seen you when you're eating here, buddy. You are adorable. The buzz on this show, honey, very, very high. You have a very cute, I don't want to see you in that shirt again. It's a pretty big accomplishment for a little kid.
NBC4, working for your health. Medical breakthroughs and new technologies, plus exclusive reports with information designed to keep you healthy. News that keeps our community strong with Dr. Bruce Hensel, weekdays at 4, only on the Channel 4 News, working for you.
A thought for those of you married to your job. Every once in a while, have a fling with your husband. Royal Caribbean, like no vacation on Earth.
Hey, guys. Hey. Oh, cinnamon raisin. What's yours?
Sourdough. Uh-oh.
Thomas's English Muffins, the Nooks and Crannies Muffins.
One little taste.
I don't think so.
An American tradition for over 100 years.
Oh, I tell you, this Wicks Furniture is something.
It's Wicks Furniture's big Labor Day weekend store-wide sale. Tremendous financing.
I'll give my wife a hint. I'll buy a love seat.
Did you ever arrest anybody you thought was innocent?
Libby Parsons was framed for a murder that never happened.
He's out there somewhere.
Now she's got to prove he's alive.
She came here to kill one of your prominent citizens.
How's she planning on doing that?
The 38 special she stole from me.
Even if she has to kill him.
You can walk right up to him and pull the trigger. He can't convict you a second time.
Tommy Lee Jones, Ashley Judd.
Hello, Nick.
Did it do something? What are you talking to me for? She's the one with the gun.
Double Jeopardy. Rated R, Friday, September 24th, everywhere.
It's 6:51. We have brought you the major new developments in a brutal Studio City murder case all morning long. Kimberly Plummer, you're in North Hollywood. You first broke the news. A suspect now is under arrest.
Yes, Ken, and not only is the suspect under arrest, but they've also recovered the stolen Porsche Boxster. Now, at this hour, North Hollywood police believe they have in custody the person who murdered 40-year-old Mitchell Stanman to death. His maid discovered his body Thursday. This morning, we're learning the suspect knew his victim. Stanman's body was found bound and gagged in an upstairs apartment on Arch Drive in Studio City. Reporting live here in North Hollywood, I'm Kimberly Plummer. Back to you, Kent.
We'll also get all the very latest from police when we check in on our Channel 4 News this morning at 11 a.m.
Well, it certainly didn't take very long for our freeways to fill up this morning. Lots of traffic pretty much everywhere you go. Paul begins with a look at LAX.
Thought we'd show you the departure level, very heavy and slow. San Diego Freeway, both north and southbound, heavy and slow as you head towards Century Boulevard as well. Now, we still have that signal at Orange County, southbound 55 before Catella. Right lane shut down, stalled big rig, still heavy back to the 91. And on that 91 freeway, westbound at Brookhurst, all westbound lanes still closed for construction. Their schedule, hope to have the 2 left lanes open by 7 o'clock. All lanes, they hope, opening up by about 8 o'clock this morning. Just be patient out there. Let's go to Christopher.
Thank you very much, Paul. Let's go outside. This is the way it looks right now. It's a beautiful view. Oh, Avalon, that's a hot spot. You see at the center of your screens, those are the little submarines. Actually, they don't go under the water, but you do. You walk to the bottom where there is glass, and they float around, and you see them feeding the fishes and all sorts of other good things. Ah, it's nice. Let me show you what's going on. This is our 5-day forecast. 76 today, 78 tomorrow. We're looking at 80s for a good part of the weekend. It is going to be nice. Fog in the morning, but it will burn off. Have a great, safe holiday.
3-day weekend.
Yes!
We like that. All right, thanks a lot. Michael Jackson fans may be heading to Hawaii for the new millennium. We'll explain why just ahead.
Plus this. New movies at the theaters this weekend. We're going to give you previews as Today in LA returns. The time, 6:54.
Need a new TV?
Hot and sticky conditions in the Southwest.
Stop by Ward's Labor Day sale where all televisions are on sale. Plus, ask for no payments and no interest until March 2000 on electronics, appliances, and furniture. All furniture and mattresses are on sale too. And take an extra 10% off all appliances and tires, even on sale prices. Ward's Labor Day sale Friday through Monday only.
You can't shop smarter than Ward.
The Sunday Los Angeles Times.
Sunday's our day. I make the coffee. We don't go anywhere.
Except to the front door to get the Los Angeles Times.
On Sundays, I don't want to go out to pick up the paper. I want it delivered. Some Sundays, calendar is the only section I read, and it's still worth having it delivered.
Now you can have the Sunday Los Angeles Times delivered right to your home at a price you'll love. Only $1 a week. That's 50% off. 12 free Sundays for the world-class newspaper in Southern California. Don't miss out on this special offer of home delivery. Call now.
1984, IHOP captured the hearts of millions with the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. 1997, IHOP makes headlines again with the Rudy Tooty 2. 1999, a nation swoons over the announcement of the Rudy Tooty Roundup. Their credo, a Rudy Tooty for everyone. 4 breakfasts to choose from. Fruit-topped pancakes, bacon, sausage, and eggs. Starting at just $2.99, only at IHOP. It all begs the question, what's next for IHOP?
At Circuit City, we have everything you need for your computer.
From software and hardware to printers, high-speed modems, memory, or you can design your own system.
Right now at Circuit City, you'll get a $100 bonus mail-in rebate on all desktop computer, monitor, and printer packages and notebook computers. Plus, you'll get a $400 mail-in rebate when you buy any computer and sign up for 3 years of CompuServe 2000 Premier Internet Service. Save on your new computer today at Circuit City.
Why sexy Angelina Jolie is one fearless female. Next, Access Hollywood.
And you are looking at a live picture from our downtown Los Angeles cam. The time right now is 6:56. Lots of haze and a little bit of clouds out there, but Christopher says it's going to warm up nicely today.
Let's take a look at your money. New job numbers are just out this morning, and Wall Street likes them. Maria Bartiromo is live on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Maria, you were right.
Yes, Kent, we have a major rally underway on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up about 186 points as we speak. NASDAQ Composite also very strong to the tune of 77 points. Pretty much that employment report is basically what Wall Street needed to break out of what has been a real volatile situation recently as a result of these strong numbers, or I should say market-friendly numbers, and the lack of strength. The market is rallying. You have money flowing into the financial sector and all of the interest rate sensitive groups. That means banks, brokers, auto companies. Remember, if you want to take out a lease on a car or on a home, these companies are very, very sensitive to changes in interest rates. So when we see that the economy shows signs of stalling, perhaps not as overheated as people expected, the feeling is that the Fed may not raise interest rates at the next meeting, and so the interest rate sensitive groups really take off. Another group taking off today, those chip stocks. I told you earlier in the show that semiconductor chip prices continue moving higher. They're up to $10 for the DRAM chips, and pure play DRAM companies like Micron Technology on a roll as a result. Micron opened up 4 as a result of the move in prices. That's about it for now from the floor of the stock exchange with the Dow up 185. Kent and Tracy, back to you.
All right, very good. Thanks, Maria. Michael Jackson is planning to celebrate the arrival of the new millennium twice. Wow. The glove Gloved One expected to perform 2 New Year's Eve concerts. Here's how he's going to do it. He'll do a show in Sydney, Australia. Then, get this, he'll cross the international date line for a second New Year's Eve performance in Honolulu. Wow. Sources say the deal is all but done, and tickets may go on sale later this month.
Interesting idea. A couple of new films spending their first weekend at the theaters starting today. Cuba Gooding Jr. and Skeet Ulrich star in Chill Factor. A couple of ordinary guys who suddenly find themselves in possession of a secret weapon and pursued by a host of bad guys. Big action movie, Chill Factor, rated R.
The creators of There's Something About Mary are back with a new film. It is called Outside Providence. A teen growing up on the wrong side of Providence, Rhode Island, gets a second chance when his hard-luck dad sends him off to prep school. There he finds an entirely new life and the girl of his dream. Now, the gross out factor from Mary is here, too. Outside Providence is rated R.
All right, we're out of time. We have wrapped up the week. Hope you have a terrific holiday weekend. That's all for Today in LA.
The Today Show is next.
And Matt and Ann Curry, joined by Linda Ronstadt and Emmylou Harris.
And on our Channel 4 News at 11 this morning, sleep problems may be genetic. What you can do about them.
We've been saying this a lot these past couple of days. We beg your indulgence, but this reminder, we are starting Today in LA 1/2 hour earlier, starting next week. 2 hours of all the local news, weather, traffic, everything else going on, your money as well. Christopher and Paul with big smiles on their faces. We appreciate them being here, and we appreciate you being here as well. We'll see you next week.